lovelies, and welcome to this week's video. This week will be another Mabon centric video, but not really. It's a embrace your inner goddess video mixed with a little Mabon. So I'll put prior years Mabon videos below that actually talk about Mabon as well as Persephone, which is important to today. So today we are talking about Demeter, so Persephone's mother, who is also the sister and ex-lover of Zeus. Demeter's parents are Kronos and Rhea, and she's the mother goddess, the earth goddess, among other things that we're going to get into in a second. So the story that is associated with Mabon that also makes Demeter very popular and that is associated with Persephone is Persephone being taken into the underworld by Hades, her brother. Most stories say it was rape. Others now are saying that it was not, but that is up for a debate. That's not the point of this video. So she was taken. She was a young virgin. She was taken into the underworld, and during that time, Demeter became filled with grief. Again, she's the earth goddess, so she looked over the harvest. She looked over everything on earth, and her daughter was taken while picking flowers on earth, and now is in the other world. And so, with revenge, through her pain, she decided that all harvest and everything was going to die. And she became empowered and confronted Zeus himself, saying that she wanted her daughter. She did a whole bunch of things. She went undercover, pretending to be somebody else, like just a old like hag out on the street, essentially. It was taken in by a kingdom. She did various things that we're not going to get into today, but through all of this, it allowed her to gain resilience, gain strength, and empowerment. And at the end of the story, she basically makes a deal that Persephone will stay in the underworld half of the year, and during that half of the year there will be no harvest. Everything will be dead, which is what we see during autumn and winter, which is why this is highly associated with Mabon, which is the second harvest, which is also when things start to really dwindle down. And then Persephone would be with her during spring and summer, which is when things start to be reborn. So though she is often just described as the goddess of the harvest, she also presides over the sacred law and the cycle of life and death. She also is associated with abundance, the tides and waves of life in general, maternal influence, universal love, and cycles overall. Persephone's abduction into the underworld by Hades can also be seen as a metaphor, can be used for all those that have gone through some form of pain or trauma, or even essentially abduction, or their child being taken from them, or some big hardship, and how they have overcome it, grown, become resilient, gained some form of creative spirit, creative energy, which also causes her to be a symbol or a goddess that you can call upon for creativity or manifesting, to get that resilience and that strength and to go on the correct path, and that courage and empowerment overall. Her gift is to show us how to nurture what is yet to become. So be grateful for what we have and to enjoy every moment we can, because at any second something can be taken from us. But she also shows us to not give up. that we can be strong, that we can get what we want in some format. We are strong. We, just because we may be seen lesser than if we are a woman, or we have gone through something, or we have some form of issue that we deal with, that people look down upon us with, some type of oppression. That does not mean we cannot stand up to the quote-unquote man, which is Zeus is the representation of within her story, because he was the god of the heavens. He was the main dude, right? And she says, screw this. I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to get my daughter back, and I'm going to be strong. But also, don't take things for granted. She also revealed to man, or humankind, as I don't want to be gender specific there, but she taught humans how to grow and harvest corn and what it can be used for. There was also a fertility festival that was held in honor of Demeter, and I believe that there still are ones that are held. I think in some places it's like every 5 years or something like that, but in some places there are still similar festivals that occur. And at these original ones, only women could attend, men could not. Which again shows that she is a strong representation for women. She is a good goddess for women who are trying to empower themselves and overcome some sort of pain. The animals that she's tied to are the snake, the screech owl, the pig, and the lion. And I find this funny again because when I was talked about Lilith and Hecate, which she also worked with Hecate during the search for Persephone, is that with Lilith and Hecate, they also had snake and the owl, which is why I have this owl tattoo with a Lilith symbol in it. But I find it interesting that all these very powerful, strong women that sometimes we take for granted as goddesses and overlook. A lot of people think of like Aphrodite or Artemis, Diana, things like that, Isis, and these goddesses are the epitome of, for lack of a better word, of feminism or female empowerment and taking back that power. That is what she's about, taking back that power. So what she can be used for, or what you can call her upon her for, or that archetype of Demeter within you, is to bring your own harvest to fruition, meaning to actually manifest all of the magic work that you've been doing, whether it's by candle work, whether it be through any other form of spell work or manifestation work. She can help you work on creating it to become part of your reality. She energizes your inner harvest. So whatever your main focus or various focuses may be that you're trying to bring to fruit, I can't say it, fruit. Okay, to bring forth and harvest and create. She is the one to call, which is again why she's also associated with this time of year, besides the whole story with Persephone, because back in spring is when the seeds are planted, and this is now harvest time. This is when everything that we've planted, everything that we've wanted to create starts to come forth. And if you watch my Mabon videos, that kind of really helps you understand a little better about what this time period is really all about. So she also assists in releasing old unwanted energies and emotional baggage that may be blocking and holding us back from that coming to manifest. Let's see. She is also about finding a way to grow and find strength from that emotional pain and the baggage and the blocks and any form of anxieties, depressions, or struggles that we're going through. Find the positives or what we have control of, and to remind us that we cannot control everything, but we can always find something where we do have control and that we can try and take the power back where we need to. And she teaches us to find that strength from that pain, to be stubborn and resilient, and to not give up. So for her altar, offerings to her are typically like grains that are harvested during this time of year, such as wheat and barley. Also corn, poppy, cornucopia, and fresh, ripe fruits that are themed from this time period. Mabon has a lot of apple-themed recipes for the celebration, as well as apple magic. So that's another good fruit to use for her, which again is ironic, going back to Lilith, but we won't go there. You can always go back and watch my Lilith video. It's one of the popular ones. Also making like homemade breads, especially ones that use only stuff that's been newly harvested or made. So whether you have your own garden or you have to go and buy it, try and buy something from like a farmer's market or from a local farmer or place that may sell the wheat or the barley or whatever it is that you're using, and also time period related elements for flavor, whatever type you want to make. Like if you want to make a raisin bread or apple bread, whatever. The colors for cloths or candles for an altar for her are brown, gold, green. You can put like black or orange as well, but typically it's brown, gold, and green, very earth toned colors, and also the colors of autumn of the leaves. So crystals include topaz, cat's eyes, citrine, and purified wood. I know purified woods to some are not crystals, but they still work within the crystal magic. Yeah. Oils or incenses, herbs that you want to use, whatever format you tend to want to use it, would be like honeysuckle, myrrh, cypress, oak moss, and frankincense. So that's what I have for the amazing Demeter, Lady Demeter, the Earth Mother, the goddess of the earth. I mean, she's one of my favorites. You know, most people assume Samhain, Samhain, however you pronounce it, is my favorite Sabbath, because when I talk about like the general American holidays, I say Halloween is, but I really love Mabon, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's bringing me closer to Samhain, and I can start to feel that energy rise, that season of the witches, I call it. Like I always feel around the autumn equinox this rise in my power and my energy, and I just love the feelings and the vibes and everything associated with Mabon. But you know, I make Samhain products, I don't make Mabon products, and I am very focused on Samhain too, but it is a little bit of a surprise. But I love Demeter, and I hadn't made a video on her yet, and she's such a powerful figure for all of us to really take in and learn a little bit more about. There are so many books out there that give you so much more information, but I did not want to like do information overload like I did in my Lilith and Hecate ones. Wanted to make this one quick. Again, I will have other Mabon related videos as well as Persephone videos down below. And I hope you all have a great new moon tomorrow if you're watching it on the day that I upload, which is the day before the new moon in Virgo. And please like this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet done so. Please like the bell button. please check out my shop. I have a newsletter as well, so check that out. And I will see y'all next time. I love you all, and blessed be.